In this demonstration, we will highlight the bidirectional interaction of Spectrum Spatial Connector with MicroStrategy and a few of the available visualizations which come with the map viewer that can be used in analysis of your data. This is a customer analysis dashboard which we developed for the purpose of demonstrating. It's a made-up online retailer we call GeoCycle who sell bicycles in and around the city of Los Angeles. So let's go in here and take a look at their sales data as well as look at their customer demographics. Now, while the map viewer is loading, I'll point out what is MicroStrategy and what is Spectrum Spatial. MicroStrategy would include the graphs and charts that we have available here, these labels. We have some drop-down selectors which we use as filters for our map. And then Spectrum Spatial Connector and the map viewer is represented by everything inside this box. Currently what I have displayed in the dashboard would be average sales amount for the zip codes located in and around Los Angeles for all our sales over the last 4 years. I already have the map visualization layer menu open, which displays all the available layers that we have. For example, I can select the average order quantity, which is one of our regional layers. So all our zip codes now would display the average order quantity for those areas. And then we can also open up and see the number of customers, which is an overlay, a hash overlay of the zip codes with the average order quantity. And just so you can see what these, I'm going to open up the legend here. I forgot to have that open for you. Here's the actual legend, so you can actually see the values and what they represent. Now I'm going to show you the interaction between MicroStrategy and the map viewer and vice versa. So to do this, I'm going to close this layer as well as our overall zip code layer, and I'm going to open up our point layers. As you can see, each pinpoint represents one of our customers for our online retailer. So each one of these points has bought either a bicycle or some type of accessory in the past 4 years. We can also look at this in regards to different metrics. For example, we're currently looking at the income range. So each individual customer's income range that they fall into. We can also look at it as an age range. So now each one of our little circles represents one of our customers and what age range that customer falls into. So to show the interaction between the map viewer and MicroStrategy, I'm going to zoom in. And I know I have a lot of customers here in the Long Beach area. So I'm going to zoom in to Long Beach. Now I'd like to demonstrate the bidirectional interaction between the Spectrum Spatial map viewer and MicroStrategy. So to do that, I'm going to make a selection and select some of our customers. But before I do that, please recognize the total sales here is $1.4 million. And now I'm going to make a selection, and we're going to look and see what that value is, and then also which customers are represented on our screen. And there are several ways that you can make a selection. We can make an individual point selection, which is just one of our customers. We have a couple area selectors, which is a square and a radius. And then we have a polygon, which allows us to draw an actual area to select and do analysis on. So I've made my selection. Now you can see that all the customers other than those that I selected in that area have been removed from the map, and then our total sales value has been reduced from 1.4 million down to 254,000. So for this area we did $254,000 in sales. Now that's one direction of our bidirectional interaction. That's going from Spectrum Spatial to MicroStrategy. Now let's go from MicroStrategy to Spectrum Spatial. So let's say I only wanted to see the year sales for this area in 2014. So I made that selection. Now you can see the number of customers that selected has been reduced. You can also see that our total sales value has gone from 250,000, 250 plus thousand to 77,000. Just to show it a little bit easier, maybe you will see, I'm going to narrow it down looks like 36 to 45-year-olds. We have quite a few of those. So let's do a further analysis and let's filter by 36 to 45. And now, as you can see, the only customers that are represented on our map are those customers that we selected from the 36 to 45-year-old age range. Okay, now that we've taken a look at the bidirectional interaction between MicroStrategy and the Spectrum Spatial connector for MicroStrategy, let's take a look at some of the out-of-the-box visualizations which can be used to do further analysis based on the data set and MicroStrategy. So I'll close this legend. And the thematic layers is what we've been using. And these layers have been created inside in the connector based on the data set that we have. And there are region layers and point layers, which we have represented here. The visualizations use the same metrics, but actually does the calculations within the Spectrum Spatial. So let's take a look at the point cluster. And to do this, I need to first reset my dashboard. Now that our dashboard is reset, let's take a look at the point cluster. And before I turn the point cluster, I'm going to zoom out so you get a better picture of what the point cluster is doing. And the point cluster actually selects within a specific radius the number of customers that are within that radius. So we're going to select our customers. Now I'm going to leave that radius at 10 and a threshold at 2. And select OK. And now I'm going to turn off our actual point layer so you can see. Now you can see, so in this 10-mile radius here, there's 26 customers. In this 10-mile radius, there's 15 and then 5. What this allows you to do is actually see where your customers are actually clustered together. So this would be great for if you're doing some type of maybe a distribution center or maybe an actual retail store location, and you wanted to see, where the majority of your customers can be found. This would be a great visualization tool that you can use, which comes right out of the box. There's, other than the actual metric or the attribute that's provided by MicroStrategy, the actual calculation is actually done in Spectrum Spatial. The second visualization that I'd like to share with you is going to be the contour. So I'm going to select the contour. Let's set this up. The attributes can be based off my customer. And then let's say we want to look at the internet sales amount. And I'm going to increase my levels here. Radius, that's fine, that's fine. Now the contour visualization provides a radiating range of intensity based on the metric that we selected, in this case internet sales, and up to however many number of levels that I provided, which are 9, which you can actually count. There's 9 separate rings here. And what's cool about the visualization tool is as I zoom into an area, whatever level that we move to, the actual contour visualization will actually recalculate and readjust. So we can see from this particular area that we have selected, this would be our area of intensity. As we get in more, we can actually pinpoint down to, for the most part, where most of our internet sales are coming from in a given area. Now these visualization layers can also be used in conjunction with our thematic layers. For example, if I wanted to bring back in our customer by age, now we can see where our individual customers are located in reference to our contour map. We can also look at, say, like income range. And then we can also bring back our region layers if we wish. In this case, we have our average order quantity. As you can see, this orange area here would be our um, region layer. I'm going to back out a little bit so you can see for the entire area what this will look like. And just so we can see even better, we can even lighten it up to be able to see the actual physical locations back there in the background. One last feature I'd like to demonstrate is our ability to drill down by our region. I'm going to turn off this point layer here and also our visualization layer. And I'm going to select our pop-up. I'm going to select this Long Beach zip code. And we're here in the pop-up inside of the Spectrum Spatial. We have the ability to drill to. So I'm going to drill down just to the customers located in the Long Beach area, or Long Beach zip code. And now I'm going to select our pop-up again. And we can actually select an individual customer and actually see where we've taken another document and inserted inside the actual pop-up to actually display information regarding that customer within the Spectrum Spatial connector. This concludes this demonstration, and I'd like to thank you for watching.